Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe how exhausting it must be for the families of our martyrs to be thrown into political controversies in the name of their sons, brothers, and fathers? Rahul Gandhi is doing something terribly wrong. He's playing with the sentiments of the families of our brave hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, the Indian army has been forced to come out and tell Rahul Gandhi that he's wrong. Rahul, you're wrong. That's what matters. Period.
In his very first address in the 18th Lok Sabha, Congress MP and leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi slandered the armed forces.
छोटे से घर में अग्निवीर शहीद हुआ, लैंडमाइन ब्लास्ट में शहीद हुआ। मैं उसे शहीद कह रहा हूं, मगर हिंदुस्तान की सरकार उसे शहीद नहीं कहती है। नरेंद्र मोदी उसे शहीद नहीं कहते हैं। नरेंद्र मोदी उसे अग्निवीर कहते हैं। उस घर को पेंशन नहीं मिलेगी, उस घर को कॉम्पेंसेशन नहीं मिलेगी।
Rahul further said Agniveer Ajay Kumar's family was not compensated by the centre when he attained martyrdom.
गलत बयानी करके सदन को गुमराह करने की कोशिश
गलत नहीं है सर, गलत नहीं है सर,
लेना चाहता हूं कि
गलत नहीं है सर।
अथवा सेवाओं की सुरक्षा के दौरान यदि हमारा कोई अग्निवीर का जवान शहीद होता है तो उसके 1 करोड़ रुपए की धनराशि सहायता के रूप में उसके परिवार को मुहैया कराई जाती है। इस प्रकार की गलत बयानी से सभी को गुमराह करने की कोशिश नहीं की जानी चाहिए संसद में।
After the centre, defence experts too fact-checked the leader of opposition.
I dare say that these are largely the boys, unemployed boys who are 10th class pass and who are looking to a livelihood. They are motivated and they have come, they are joining because firstly they are motivated, they want to serve the country with that passion. And if these kind of things are talked, I think it will impact their mind as it is. Their term of engagement is only 4 years.
This is not the first time when Rahul Gandhi or the Congress party or the opposition at large have criticized the Indian armed forces. In May this year, Rahul talked about 2 types of martyrs and incited caste divide in the army. In 2016 and 2017, Congress leaders called the then army chief, late General Bipin Rawat, a roadside goon and also questioned the Uri surgical strike. The government documents exclusively accessed by Republic TV tell a different story compared to Rahul's claims. The documents clearly show that the insurance cover of 48 lakhs was transferred on June 10, while the non-contributory amount of 50 lakh rupees was transferred in February.
जम्मू कश्मीर जा रही है। मैंने सरकार वालों सहूलतां मिली, पंजाब सरकार ने भी 1 करोड़ रुपया दिता जी, भगवंत मान जी ने जी बिजली, बाकी इन्होंने गवर्नमेंट सेंटर ने भी भाली भेजा 10 तरीक को 50 लाख पहले भेजा आई बैंक च, दोनों बैंकों में पैसा आ गया। कितना पैसा तकरीबन वही आ गया, भगवंत मान ना लाख छोड़ के तो 1 करोड़ का इधर आ ही गया।
Earlier, the Indian Army had shown mirror to the leader of opposition, stating that the family had been paid 98.39 lakh rupees. These training visuals of Agniveer aspirants show just how motivated the youth of the nation is to serve the nation, busting another lie of Rahul Gandhi. The Gandhi sign stands exposed. Will Rahul now stop spewing lies and politicizing the army?
I want to start by, in 30 seconds, giving my take. Of course, there's a political debate on Agniveer. There's a debate within people from the forces and ex-forces as well. There are views that there shouldn't be 2 categories of those who are long service or normal commission, short service commission and permanent commission on the one side as opposed to Agniveers on the other for 4 to 5 years. That's an ongoing debate. And I'm aware that many people from the forces feel that Agniveer should be scrapped or corrected. But that's another matter. In this case, the issue is different. In this case, and I want to go to Bishambar Dayal, General Bishambar Dayal first. Gaurav Arya is with us, Major Gaurav Arya, Shazia Elmi and Abbas Haider of the SP and BJP. In this case, it's pure play politics. Pure play, 100% politics. And the sad part, General Bishambar Dayal, it's politics to an extent where the Indian army has to come out with an official statement. Rahul Gandhi is saying that the Indian army are liars. And the Indian army is saying we are not. We have paid 98 lakhs. Okay, Rajnath Singh said 1 crore. It may be 2 lakhs short. And another 67 lakhs or so is yet to go. And they have shown the documents for it. My point is, whatever your politics may be, to insist that the Indian army are liars is completely not done. The graphics on the screen are showing evidence of the fund transfer. Ladies and gentlemen, 18th of January, 24th of January claims and the money transfer being done right now, which is showing a figure of total 98 lakhs. Receipts are there, 48 lakhs, 50 lakhs, 98 lakhs, and also that there will be a further disbursement after some processing happens. My problem, Major Bishambar Dayal, and over to you, is against pure play politics on the matter.
Arnab, thank you for calling me. My problem is that this matter is on the floor of Parliament. There are 795 member of parliaments we are paying to Exchequer. This is their matter. The country watches every proceedings there. And I personally feel they should sort it out on the floor of the House. As far as I'm concerned, Arnab, my basic issue is against the scheme, Agnipath as such. I'm here for that. This political debate, you can call these two political parties, you can hammer them out. The nation is watching. The nation is watching the proceedings in the parliament. Right. And secondly, I do not let anybody call army liar or anything, and army does not lie. That is very clear. I mean, whatever ADGP has said, we all take it. We don't investigate it. We don't go to their houses. My main issue is that Agnipath scheme has got drawbacks. In this speech, in this entire thing, that issue is getting lost. My worry is my country's security. I'm a Fauji. My worry is my Fauj. My worry is my Watan, my Desh, my borders. And there I have been strongly saying, Arnab, not today, from last 2 years, that this scheme will severely degrade the defense capability. The armed forces, Indian armed forces, what are they known for? Armed forces, Army of India is known for the highest professionalism, the highest training levels, and the highest motivation levels. These are our three things. Modern weapons has not been our strength in war. Our strength in war has been our soldier, right?
General, I agree.
That soldiers, listen, Arnab, that please give me, and I am telling you, you can debate it till you want, you can call me any times, right? Whatever is wrong is wrong. I'm saying so. Nobody can call Indian Army liar. Nobody. I do not give that right. We do not do anything to check army. We don't want them to even comment because ours is the most disciplined army.
That's my point.
We want people within the army to say scheme is bad, good. No. That's why India is surviving today, because Indian army has followed one ethos. Whatever comes from the government of the day, they implement it without any such thing. Otherwise, we would have been like Pakistan. But we don't want people to use words which tend to give Indian army a Wagner militia type, that there is a compensation, that there is this, that. No, we are a regular army. And in this regular army, this Agnipath scheme has got far too many drawbacks.
Yeah, sir.
It should be, and I am saying so, it should be withdrawn.
I tell you, now where I am on this.
That's my issue.
Where am I on this? Let me place what the issue is here. There are two issues I began at the start, Gaurav. One can have reservations. You have reservations. Many people from the forces have reservations. They should either scrap the scheme or change it. Fine. But that is not the point. Tonight, the point is this, that Rahul Gandhi, Major Gaurav Arya, has stood on the floor of Parliament and says that if an Agniveer makes the supreme sacrifice, he will not be honored. He will not get compensation. He will be denied. 1 minute. Point being, viewers, tonight, Rahul Gandhi is saying on the floor of Parliament that if an Agniveer lays down his life or is injured, he will neither be honored, nor recognized, nor get compensation. That is a very, very dangerous thing to say. Gaurav, I'm limited on that. So when the ADGPI, Gaurav, comes out and says, they say, it is emphasized that the Indian Army salutes the supreme sacrifice made by Agniveer Ajay Kumar. The Indian Army is forced, and it pains me, hurts me. Indian Army is having to say, no, Rahul Gandhi, the last rites were carried out with full military honors. And the Indian Army is having to say that Rahul Gandhi, the family of Agniveer have already been paid about 1 crore, another 67 lakh is to be paid. I am a son of a soldier, sir. We never questioned the uniform. I'm saying, why are we making the army do this? What is the impact on morale? You can question whether it can be improved, not improved, but Gaurav, what is the impact of army having to come out and say things like this?
Arnab, I'm deeply saddened. I will not comment on the Agniveer scheme because that is not what you've asked me for. But I will stick to the point. You see, it's a sad day when Stratcom or ADGPI has to tweet saying that we have given this money. These things are not discussed, and a person has laid down his life for the country. Arnab, I've served along the line of control. I've served along the line of actual control in J&K. It's a very, very tough life. But even I cannot imagine as an infantryman, a soldier, laying down his life for the nation. It is something which is unbelievable even for soldiers, in the sense that this is the ultimate form of heroism. So Arnab, I'm just sad. I don't want to criticize Rahul Gandhi and say that he's good, he's bad. That's not my business. But my business is that the day the Indian Army, which Arnab, by the way, is the most trusted institution of this nation, above the judiciary, above the bureaucracy, above the police, above everybody, it is the Indian Armed Forces. And it is a sad day in this nation's history when the army has to come out, have to justify that, oh, we did the surgical strike, and no, don't worry. And,
it's very sad.
Balakot was, it wasn't a couple of crows and a couple of trees. We actually, bahut dukh hota hai, but what can I say? This is very sad. That's all. About the scheme, I have my own
it's not about the
views,
scheme. You're on the point.
Yeah,
no, it's not about the scheme. I fully appreciate General Vishambar Dayal's words. I appreciate General G.D. Bakshi's words. I appreciate your words. You are men who have worn the uniform. If you have views on it, your views matter more than mine. But that is not the point, gentlemen. The point is, I feel sad that the Indian Army is having to come out and say that please don't demoralize our men. They are not being dishonored. They are not being compensated. And what happens, Shazia, is that this kind of, when Rahul Gandhi says that, somebody will just take that tweet or that video, and somebody in China will make a reel of that video and spread it all over. And that video, backed by somebody in China, can reach an Agniveer, and that person will feel demoralized.
So Arnab,
that's my point.
My problem is to defend Rahul Gandhi, and because Rahul Gandhi lies, and because though he's been fact-checked in the parliament a few times, and he is just fond of lying, we will all have to bring the army in, we will have to bring in all the martyrs in, the army will actually have to explain only to support one liar. And I think it's so sad. Personal tragedy of Charanjit Singh is being used, is being toyed with for political mileage. And that nothing can be more shameful. They have gone to him and actually tried to create this misinformation that what he's got is less and more is coming, and this is not part of what the government should give. So whether it's an ex gratia amount or whether there is a letter from the Sena Bhavan as to what the army is giving him. It is being made out to him, and he's being told this by politicians that this is not enough. More is coming, and I think there's such treachery. You're using somebody's tragedy, personal tragedy, who's lost his son,
and I appeal
to wage your political wars.
Yeah.
And the whole world, and you're dragging in the army, the Agniveers, everything, only because we have to support one liar called Rahul Gandhi.
You know, and
I mean, that is not done.
You see, my point here is tonight that I think people in the armed forces should be extremely careful. You know, people in the armed forces have political views. They are not allowed to express it, rightly so. But everybody has political views. And my concern is that if somebody begins to believe, I want to think today, viewers, that suppose you're a commanding officer and you've got a few thousand men under you and you are in a front line. Can you stop your men from accessing this kind of videos of Rahul Gandhi? Do they not have access to social media? Will they not see it? How will you manage it? What will your 2IC do? What will your major do? What will your company commander do? It's very easy for Rahul Gandhi to make the comment. I want you viewers to put yourself in the shoes of an officer who has to command his men, his platoon, unit or brigade, and tell them don't think about what Rahul Gandhi said because the Indian army honors you, compensates you, values you. You can say it, you can improve it. But I really think, I don't know, I just feel, you know, the politicians should not poke their nose into everything in a public manner. If there are civilians who need to deal with it, it should be the politicians and the army behind closed doors. This is not the way. Abbas, I'm sure you agree with me on this. I mean, there has to be some line we draw.
Well, Arnab, I totally believe that, you know, this certainly this Agnipath scheme is a matter, it's a scheme which the government has formed. So certainly we will oppose this. We have opposed this.
No, you oppose it, but do you say that you will not be honored, you will not get compensation? Can you lie on that?
No, first of all, no compensation is enough to compensate the family.
But that's not the point.
Whose family member has laid his or her life for the line. Can think there is a matter of fact, Arnab, that, you know,
no,
the amount
that is a matter of fact. No amount is enough. But to say you will not be compensated, to say that you will not be honored, when the last rites are carried out for a fallen Agniveer with full military honors, clarified by ADGPI.
That you will not be respected. You will not be.
No, who do we believe? We believe the Indian army or we believe Rahul Gandhi?
Just one second, please. There are certain benefits which are given to the martyrs, like the next of the kin, they get government job. There are like a reservation for the family in the medical and, you know, educational institution. There are medical allowances. There are so many facilities for the family of martyr. These facilities do not exist for the Agniveers.
That is 1 minute. What was said is no. 1 minute. See, this is where no. Abbas, 1 minute, please. Abbas, 1 minute, please. Please understand. If the Agniveer loses their life on the line of duty, their next of kin receive 500 crore through insurance cover, close to 500 crore through ex gratia pay. The family is also entitled to receive full pay for the unserved period, including the Seva Nidhi component. The family would also receive the balance accumulated in the Seva Nidhi fund, including interest and the contribution made by the government of India. In this case, Ajay Kumar's father later confirmed that he had received the full amount of 98 lakh and also said that he is expecting another 67 lakhs. So, point being that, guys, I mean, come on.
The 67 lakh,
you can't do this. You are, no, please. Abbas, don't do this. Abbas, don't do this. Abbas, don't do this. Let the army people handle it.
We are of the opinion that this scheme should be scrapped.
No, that is Gaurav is getting anxious.
That's not a matter of the debate right now.
Gaurav, you want to come in on this?
And I think General agrees with me on this point.
I would just request Mr. Abbas.
Demoralize the morale of our army, but the government can never do that. Even when it's so years, Mr.
Yeah, 1 minute. Abbasji, Gaurav is speaking and then General Dayal also wants to come in. The very serious matter, because I believe, sir, please, Let the
That is
army
the
people
basic
have a say on
tenure.
this. It's a very, very sensitive matter. Gaurav wanted to come in, and then I'll come to General Dayal.
I'll hardly take a minute, Arnab.
Yes.
We are not discussing the Agniveer scheme,
No.
and all of us have our reservations. That's a separate matter, Arnab. I'm going to give you an example, a very personal example, Arnab, and it has nothing to do. I'm not comparing, Arnab. मैं compare नहीं कर रहा, right? And there is no comparison.
Yeah.
But still, I'm a short service commissioned officer, and during my time, after 5 years, many officers got permanent commission. Many were offered, like I was offered. I took extension and then I left, and many were asked to leave, Arnab. This short service commission, or the OTA, was created in the early 60s. Even today, as I speak, Arnab, there are thousands upon thousands upon thousands, maybe lakhs of short service commissioned officers who were just asked to leave the army after some time. And I mean, they left the army. And I'm not comparing with Agniveer. Please, I'm reiterating again and again, right? But nobody raised a voice for us, Arnab. I'm doing well, thanks to so many factors, God's wishes, and many short service commissioned officers are doing well. But there are 10 times those of us who are not doing well. And this was created, and after 5 years, many were just thrown out on the road, and nobody asked us. Arnab, एक अट्टा बाजार है यहाँ पे नोएडा में, सेक्टर 18 के बीच में. मैंने अपने नाम से मेजर हटा दिया था अर्नब, और अट्टा बाजार में 32 किलो की वेलवेट की थान अपने कंधे पे डाल के मैंने बेची है यहाँ पे. और मुझे शर्म आती थी बोलने में कि मैं इंडियन आर्मी का मेजर हूँ. तो मैंने कार्ड छापा, उसमें गौरव आर्या लिखा था. उस जमाने में मोबाइल नहीं होता था. क्या बात कर रहे हैं, इनको पता ही नहीं है. I am not comparing to Agniveer again.
No, again, you are right.
I'm not comparing. But Arnab, I have seen humiliation. Arnab, I have seen humiliation.
Gaurav, I am saying.
So,
मैं
कह रहा हूं कि ये गलत है.
I understand what you are saying.
हमारे साथ हो, चाहे अग्निवीर के साथ हो, किसी के साथ नहीं हो.
I totally understand what you are saying. I want General Dayal to come in, and then Nikhil, I will come to you. Just on a small personal note, the Short Service Commission scheme, which was launched after 1962,
yes,
I have a personal connection with it as well, because when my father passed from the Delhi College of Engineering, he was among the engineering graduates who joined OTA under the short service scheme, and my father later took permanent commission under the Madras Sappers. Question is not the merits of the scheme, demerits. Question is for people who have done things themselves in the past, or people who have called, I mean, let me be direct, Bishambar Dayalji, people who have called General Bipin Rawat Sarak ka Gunda.
So sad.
People who have said the Indian Army is communal. People who have supported those comments. People who have said that in Kashmir, India is witnessing its general dire moment and supported it. People who have abused the army chief, saying the general speaks too much. And people like who have said, I'm sorry, Akhilesh said, many people, soldiers from UP, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh and South India have been killed, but why is there not one soldier from Gujarat? I mean, those people are today trying to take this position. General Dayal, I don't want to get into politics of it. No, I'm uncomfortable with the army having to clarify.
Firstly, Arnab, I'm a matter-of-fact officer and a matter-of-fact human being. Firstly, the person who abused General Rawat, this country should die of shame. And all those who are talking about this, nobody took that gentleman to the court against a defamatory case against General Rawat. Nobody. We kept talking about it. Nobody took action against him. Nobody filed an FIR against him. It should have been done. I was one talking everywhere that why this is there, so that is my stand. Please don't dilute it. Secondly, who asked PI to give clarification? It was a matter of parliament. It was on the floor of Lok Sabha. Who is supposed to answer that? What is the procedure? I'm unfortunately or fortunately, Arnab, I'm also a political science student. I was an outstanding political science graduate. I'm a short service commission officer. I don't want to go on to that. And first we came with the emergency commission, and then we came with short service commission. The terms and conditions were well laid out of a short service commission. The day he joined the army, he was equivalent to a NDA IMA officer in terms of pay, in terms of everything that he was to grant him, because terms and conditions of enrollment were very, very well laid out. That's what army is all about. That's why I've been opposing this scheme. That how can army bring out a scheme where it is not thought through in terms of terms and conditions? Arnab, you are an army officer's son, and I respect you from a lot of angles. I'm not here because I wanted to debate on somebody. I'm here just because Arnab called me. In army, it is laid down what will be the gap between the two buttons of my jacket. what will be my hair size. This is army. It does not lay loose ends. This scheme, when it was brought in, it has all loose ends and they are being covered. Good, somebody's covering up. But what I'm saying is, Arnab, that all those who abuse army, they should be taken to task through legal manners. This parliament floor, the Raksha Mantri, I have been also in sensitive appointment where we have given answers, whatever been asked by the Raksha. The Raksha Mantri next day should have full statement. Bharatiya Janata Party or anybody or the whole nation should have played that video of what he states. Why did we bring PI? Who brought the PI? Why are we dragging army every time? That's my pain. My pain is, why are you making an army commander? We do not ask, Arnab, please, we are the most disciplined army. If the Indian government tomorrow tells 1.2 million people jump into this, they will jump, they will not question. That's why Indian army is Indian army. That's why. So do not try and bring them every time and make them speak on behalf of the government. Government has a job to speak. Government and opposition are not. And this scheme has been rejected.
I want to ask you, sir,
in areas from where soldiers come. There are 44,000
and lies blatantly and shares videos of a martyr's father.
So sort it out on the floor of parliament.
No, that's one thing. And also,
so the point, Shazia and General Dayal, I'll tell you what the danger signals are. Let me tell you this. I'll tell you what the danger signals are on this. And to be very honest, can I tell you, General Dayal, I'm not comfortable bringing politicians on a subject like this, but I'm compelled to because the matter is in Parliament, the matter is political. I saw the danger signal, Shazia and General Dayal, I think I saw that during the election campaign. I'm not picking on Rahul, but let me tell you, Rahul Gandhi, when he was doing this caste divide thing, Dalit, Pichra versus other caste politics was going on. He did the same Dalit, Pichra, Muslim politics regarding the army. The exact words are this, and it's really shocking. He tried to create a divide in the Indian army, which is the only organization in India which does not differentiate an individual on the basis of religion, caste, creed, no divide. But he said, दो तरह के जवान बना दिए हैं. मैं शब्द 99% तो सही होगा, दो तरह के जवान बना दिए हैं. ये सुनिए गौरव, दलितों का जवान, आदिवासियों का, पिछड़ों का, गरीब जनरल कास्ट परिवारों का, माइनॉरिटी का बेटा होगा. And then he tried to insinuate that जो अमीर होगा or who is from an upper caste will be an officer, and those who are from other castes or from the minority will not get that opportunity. Now, what is the logic? Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw was a Parsi. Field Marshal Karyappa was a Hindu. Brigadier Muhammad Usman, Mahavir Chakra, known as the Lion of Naushera, in the first battle, 1948. I don't know if you want to play Quartermaster Havildar Abdul Hamid, laid down his life in India-Pakistan war, posthumously awarded Paramveer Chakra. I'm only giving some thoughts and names. My point is, Nikhil, what is this? Minority card, caste card, not required. Not required.
Arnab, all these examples that you cited, they are examples from an era where we did not have the Agniveer scheme. Time after time.
No. You're not getting...
Officers, public citizens,
in Agniveer also, non-Agniveer, there is nothing to say anybody from any caste cannot become an officer. Or somebody cannot become an officer, somebody will be a JCO, NCO or Agniveer.
No, let me at least answer.
Please, what you don't know, don't talk about. Jo pata nahi hai, mat boliye. Don't talk about things you don't know.
Arnab, isn't it sad that the ADGPI is being dragged into basically backing up?
It is sad, you've dragged it.
Rajnath,
you guys have dragged it.
On the floor of the parliament is trying to tell the country that the government of India or the Ministry of Defense or the army has given 1 crore compensation to the Agniveer.
No, don't do this.
It is an insurance payout. They're trying to pass off an insurance payout as a compensation, and then the
No, Bishambar Dayal is contradicting you. General Dayal is saying something. I'm okay for a discussion. No, don't do caste. Don't do caste religion politics. General Dayal.
Indian Army is above caste,
Yes, sir.
religion, everything. We stand by it.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Wait a minute. We stand by the nation. Arnab, my sincere request to you is that please don't let Agnipath scheme get under carpet because this issue has been diverted on statements in parliament floor. Please take up the Agnipath scheme. You want my life, I'll give it for it. I can debate with anybody on issues because Arnab, I'll just sum it up. Arnab, it takes 9 to 10 months to transform a civilian boy into a soldier. It takes 4 to 5 years to imbibe the ethos of this army. We call this as the grooming period.
Absolutely.
And it takes 5 to 6 years to excel. We call it the excellent period.
Okay.
That's why when boys are 7, 8 years of service,
Sir,
they excel in everything. You'll find them everywhere in the
Nobody's
Indian army.
disputing that, sir.
So wait a minute. So Arnab, this is what is how army is made of. And please, Arnab, please.
Shazia, let him.
And see, you have made up your mind and you want it to be only about that.
Sir, I
But
tell you,
when they're
Shazia, can I give my view on this? Shazia, can I give you my view on this? Can I give you my view on this? I saw a comment, one point. I want to respond to General Dayal.
Gandhi is doing.
I want to, no, what Rahul Gandhi is doing, Shazia, I don't support. Caste politics, all this, I don't support. However, having said that, if the only reason for Agniveer to be the scheme for mass entry as opposed to any other scheme or the existing scheme or expansion of the current scheme is budgetary considerations, then I believe that we are becoming Viksit Bharat. We are growing, trying to make our army infrastructure, allow me technology, everything very, very strong. Our human capital should also be strong. And I believe the correct thing may be to form a committee, have a group of people who will sit there, get people with eminence and experience around the table, discuss and improve. If you don't want to withdraw, then you improve it to a point that it is robust, where people feel more committed to serve the country. And that is what I would say, having lived and grown up in cantonments all my life.
Yes.
My family members, almost, 60-70% of them on all sides from the serving in the Indian Army, in the Indian Air Force, my sister in the forces, I will support that. My point is not that. My point is that don't have any politics on it. Let the professionals speak. So I respect them greatly. And I will do anything to support anything that is right for the forces, General Dayal, I assure you that.